under police surveillance and strict conditions. For 2 months, pro-Palestinian demonstrators have been meeting and marching on the streets of the German capital, with law enforcement always ready to step in.
It's forbidden to spread any statement calling for the destruction of Israel and its inhabitants.
Since the start of the war in Gaza, Fadi Abdelnour, a German of Palestinian origin, has taken part in every rally. Berlin hosts Europe's largest Palestinian community, and its members are desperate to show solidarity with Gazans dying under Israeli bombardment.
It's crucial to be here, demanding an end to the bombings in Gaza and to push the international community to pressure the Israeli government.
This protest took place without incident. Fadi followed the procession to the end. The next day, he's at work at his Berlin bookstore. Fadi publishes works by young Arab writers from the diaspora.
This is a book by Sarah Abu Ghazal, a Palestinian living in Spain.
Born in Jerusalem, he has lived in Germany for 20 years. He is one of the few who dare speak out and carefully weighs every word.
In recent years, criticizing Israel is increasingly labeled as anti-Semitism. Whether discussing Palestinian history, criticizing the situation in Israel, or the far-right government in Israel.
After the Hamas attack and massacre on October the 7th, the German government rushed to express its support for the Israeli government. Political leaders said Germany's responsibility for the Holocaust meant it had to be an unwavering ally of Israel, and they have refrained from openly criticizing its massive military response. And in a video viewed over 1 million times, the Vice-Chancellor also warned Germany's Muslim population.
Das heißt, das Verbrennen von israelischen Fahnen ist eine Straftat. Das Preisen des Terrors der Hamas auch. Wer Deutscher ist, wird sich dafür vor Gericht verantworten müssen. Wer kein Deutscher ist, riskiert außerdem seinen Aufenthaltsstatus.
Messages like this come across as attempts to stigmatize the community as a whole. Journalist Yasmin Daher moved to Berlin in 2016. She says dissenting voices are stifled.
Many people are afraid that they will lose their jobs. Others have already lost their jobs. Institutions were defunded. Others are afraid from speaking up. People are not able to show their faces when they are in public and to talk about Palestine openly.
In an open letter, 100 Jewish writers and intellectuals also recently emphasized that criticizing Israeli policy isn't always anti-Semitic. Finding balance in Germany can be challenging, but it's not impossible, as is demonstrated by the initiative of Shai Hoffman and Joanna Hassoun, a German of Israeli origin and a Palestinian raised in Berlin.
On October the 7th, we immediately realized that the dynamics would change there, and it would significantly impact Germany.
Both work in schools nationwide, attempting to start discussions where the suffering of both peoples is acknowledged. They call it a trialogue, a dialogue between Palestinians, Israelis, and young Germans.
Our message is simple. We're personally affected, not neutral, but we have a nuanced opinion because we listen to both sides.
The most important thing, in my opinion, is not to downplay the suffering of Palestinians, Israelis, and Jews in Germany.
As the war continues in Gaza, so do the demonstrations in Berlin. For many Palestinians like Fadi, the street remains one of the few places to express their grief and their sorrow.